couple of days ago, Junior Dos Santos was pulled from his fight with Francis Ngannou at UFC 215 due to a potential doping violation. Dos Santos was flagged after an out-of-competition drug test conducted on August 10th. He posted a video to Instagram denying that he would ever cheat and says soon everything will be cleared.
Hey everyone, I'm here at home and look, I'm not here to give any explanation. Soon everything will be clear to all of you and no doubts, truth will prevail. I'm here in respect for all of you guys. I just want to say that this situation is very tough for me, my team and my family. And I would never cheat. It goes against everything I stand for. I play the fair game. We will get to the bottom of this, figure out what happened, learn from it and move on. And I hope in the near future, Francis Ngannou and me can face each other and give you guys the show you were expecting for. For now, thank you very much for your support. It means a lot to me and that's why I'm here. Good night.
Francis Ngannou expressed his frustrations out on Twitter. Ngannou tweeted, "I'm very, very angry. Almost done with training camp and they just announced that my opponent is out for UFC 215. He then called out Alistair Overeem, saying, Alistair Overeem been mentioning my name everywhere. I'm now open and free for you, guy. Let's do this at UFC 215. Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast says that he thinks switching to 8-ounce gloves is more dangerous for Floyd Mayweather. He also says that he thinks Mayweather sees it as an advantage for himself and he's trying to prove a point.
I don't know if it's going to be a major factor. I think early on, and again, this was always a factor regardless of the gloves in a lot of ways, but it does make it trickier or maybe a little bit more dangerous for Floyd early on in the fight, because we all know Conor McGregor is going to make this a fight. He needs to. He can't box with someone like Floyd Mayweather. He needs to get in his face and make it a war right off the bat. And I think having the smaller gloves will aid Conor McGregor in landing possibly a heavier blow. Also, and it doesn't give as much as of a surface to Mayweather to defend himself. He uses the gloves extremely well in a boxing match to protect himself. Having that smaller surface, there'll be an extra little wiggle room for Conor McGregor to find his chin. Now, as the fight goes on, I think the accumulation of blows for someone like Floyd Mayweather, once he figures you out, he will hit you from crazy angles and put together some phenomenal combinations round after round after round. He does not have that one-punch knockout power, but he does have the ability to put a lot of shots on you where maybe a ref could come in there and stop the fight. And 8-ounce gloves, I don't care who's throwing those shots. If it's a professional boxer and someone like Floyd who has stinging blows, who's very sharp with his punches, he can get a stoppage if Conor's not able to really intelligently defend himself over the course of the round, even if he doesn't get knocked down. So I think Floyd sees this as an advantage for him. I think he feels good in training, and he's going, you know what? You want to do, get gloves closer to 4-ounce gloves that you see in the octagon? Let's do it. I'm going to try to prove a point here. And I think that's exactly what he wants to do. He did this in a rematch, I believe, against Marcos Maidana. He went down in glove size to kind of maybe prove a point, and I think he's doing it here against McGregor.
Artem Lobov says that Khabib Nurmagomedov is popular in Russia because of Conor McGregor, and also says that the people in Russia are not happy with Khabib. In a recent interview, Artem went on to say it would be very hard to say who would be the bigger draw in Russia between Khabib and Conor. I honestly feel that Khabib is as big as he is in Russia because of Conor McGregor. As I said, Conor is the guy who made MMA a hot topic in Russia. More and more Russians started watching the UFC when Conor came along. The more they watched, the more they understood it. Then all of a sudden you get this Russian guy coming along, and of course the Russian people put their support behind him. A lot of people in Russia aren't happy with how Khabib has been behaving with all of his pullouts. This isn't a very manly thing to do, not showing up for a fight. In Russia, the people have been brought up tough. It used to be the Soviet Union. The thing everybody thinks of when they think about Russia is how tough people are. Kevin Lee on the MMA Hour says that Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather is going to be terrible for boxing, but then goes on to say that boxing was already dying anyways.
When I look at the fight itself, you know me, I study the fight very well. So, and being around Floyd and seeing him train and seeing him spar, I got to take him. I thought that he was going to be able to stop McGregor in the later rounds, but the closer that the fight get, and I kind of see McGregor's mentality too, I think McGregor will stick it out, and Floyd will end up carrying them the last, 3-4 rounds even. So I think Mayweather still wins a decision. I'm saying maybe 8-4, 9-3, something like that. It's gonna be terrible for boxing, I'll tell you that.
Why?
It's gonna be terrible from boxing, just from the standpoint of can go in with the best that's ever done it and actually do good. And McGregor's gonna do good. He's gonna win some rounds. He's gonna land some punches. There's no other sport. I'm the best wrestler in MMA, hands down. Like, not only am I talking, like, I got the numbers to back it up. I can't go out there with Jordan Burroughs and last more than 30 seconds. Like, I just know that. But I can go in there with Floyd Mayweather and I can last for 12 rounds. You know me? So for boxing, as boxing standpoint, I think boxing was already dying anyway. And, it's really going to just show that, it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors too.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe for daily UFC and MMA news.